big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me what the topic.
Yo, what's poppin', what's poppin'? Welcome back to the bar, everybody. It is spiked coffee in the morning, and yes, I know. Henny, you are late. Where have you been? You've got to stop doing this on the weekends. You just leave us high and dry. I hear you, but all I can say is because life, okay? I have a life outside of social media that I definitely am not trying to miss out on, you know? Kids go to school, mom goes to work, everybody's going Monday through Friday, and I'm here hustling to get to my bag with you guys. Now, it is Spiked Coffee in the Morning, and we are not vertical live. And the reason we are not vertical live is because my wrenches don't like it, and neither do I. We get the weirdos that come in on those vertical lives, and at least here, it feels like it's more of a controlled environment. And so, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? At the end of the day, you know, I might still go and do a couple of vertical lives just because whenever I feel the need to. But for right now, I'm going to stick to what I know. And right now, one thing that I do know is that my channel is absolutely shadow banned, but I don't even care. We're just going to keep pushing through. Okay. What I also know is there's going to be changes coming. Okay. There's changes, coming. Can you guys hear me good? Do I sound muffled? Do I sound clear? Top of the top, salute to everybody that is in here. Hey, you to yourself, Michael Moore. Hey, happy. Oh, no, you renewed your membership. Yay, Zoe is a member. Welcome to the other side. Hey, Bobby. Hey, everybody. Hey, Uniquely. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Black Baby Mimi. Okay. Salute, Smoked Out TV. Salute to Miss Poppington. Salute, Miss Pammy. You hear me loud and clear? Good. So now let's get into it. So as y'all know, last week, Adam22 did a video, right? And he's talking about how No Jumper is going broke. Now, I got a little surprise for y'all later on today at some point in time, depending upon how my schedule goes. I will make sure that time does permit for me to at least do a little brief synopsis. Hey, Ari's up in here. Yeah. A little brief synopsis of some things. Okay. So we're going to get into that. But Adam22 announced that No Jumper is going broke, but I didn't buy it. I'm not buying it because if you remember, like I said last week, he announced something about making changes when he was sitting down doing his conversation with Vlad. He said then that the building was too much. He said then that him and Vlad had a conversation about introducing memberships and tiers to his platform. So to me, I was just like, whatever. The only new information was the new information that he gave. And that wasn't even new information to me because I do that since January. But whatever, we're not going to go there. So now I start hearing rumors and seeing thumbnails and titles of videos going up talking about Wack said that he was going to, offer to buy No Jumper. I don't know if that's true or not. And I'm not saying anybody's lying. All I'm saying is I haven't seen it or heard it for myself. I didn't click into any of the videos because I needed a break. Not only that, y'all know that I'm also part of the Krishan sector. So Krishan was out and popping. So that content was up and running. And yeah, no. So I was like, I ain't got time for Wack. I need a break from him anyway. But some digging has been done on Wack. And I find it rather odd that he says that did he say? Somebody tell me in the comment section that's a reliable source. Did he really say that he was going to try to buy No Jumper or offer to buy No Jumper? I need to know that. This is the first time that y'all hear me get up here and be like, did they say that? I don't know. Because either way it goes, there was a portion in the Adam and Wack show yesterday where he started talking about how he was this great businessman, right? Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but we're going to watch it because that's what we do over here. We got to watch it, okay? And Adam was talking about why he introduced the tiers and all that other stuff into the show now. And so Wack began to do the Wack thing and become very braggadocious. Matter of fact, I don't even have to do that because guess what I could do? This. And we could just listen to the audio. So we're going to listen to a small clip. And what I really want to pay attention to is what Wack said. Okay. Because we got some court docs about some breaches of contract. So I got questions. Let's hear what he had to say.
Audience gets to see it Sunday. And then we could chop up some of that additional revenue.
One thing I definitely do.
Let us know what you think of that concept.
And I'm great
fans.
at doing
is
bullshit.
Knowing my place in any situation.
Knowing his place in any situation is crazy work because he clearly does not know his place in any situation. Because if he knew his place in any situation, then that would mean that he would not be busy running other people's business as content. Because that's not his place. It's not his place to be involved in other people's situations. Yeah. So knowing his place.
That's why all my business partners never have a problem with me. Sometimes
all his business partners never have a problem with him. I think that there's people that have a problem with you. Hold on 1 minute. Uno momento. Let me refresh you on some of the, I'm back on my bullshit. I'm back on my bullshit just in case anybody was wondering or curious. None of his business partners ever have an issue with him. That's what he just said, right? I just want to make sure, Henny Glasses in the chat, if that's what you heard him say as well, because sometimes I don't think I hear too good. Well, let's just see. It seems like there's an issue with this business partner right here. Let me go ahead and pull them up on the screen. But before I pull them up on the screen, let me get this watermark right. Let me drop myself over here. It seems like this would be considered a business partner. I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me because I am just a woman and, I'm just a woman. That's all. But if you enter into a contract with somebody, doesn't them make you a business partner with you? And I believe that these people right here, Tour Squad Party, I believe is what that PTY Ltd is supposed to be. I believe that they would have issue with Wack because they have taken him to court. They are suing Fifth Amendment, Wack 100, and the game. If y'all don't remember this video, it's the international case that Wack has. Yeah, did we forget about that? I think people forgot about that because we got caught up in other stuff that was going on that was wackish. Okay, but this case right here is when the game, Fifth Amendment, working on behalf of, because Wack claims he's not a manager. He says he's a broker of deals, but he's a manager when he feels like it. He went into an agreement with these people right here over in Australia to do tour dates in Australia and over in the UK. And they paid Wack in the game a portion of the fee up front. And Wack in the game never showed up. So they sued him. I should put 3 breaches of contract because this is the 3rd that I know of. So they sued him in an Australian court. And if y'all missed that video, y'all got to go back and watch it. Let me see where it is for y'all while I talk. But they sued him over in the Australian jurisdiction of the laws. And what had happened was they won their case. So they then in turn brought themselves over here to the US. And once they got over here to the US, they filed in the Los Angeles Superior Courts. And guess what happened? I'm going to refresh you, but if you want all of the details, you will have to watch that video. Wack never showed up. The game never showed up. No lawyer ever showed up. Nobody appeared in court on their behalf for this. So they put in for what? Let's see if y'all remember exactly what it's called when they don't show up to court. So now they move to a motion to what, people? Let's say it all together. They move for a default Judgment. So yeah, that's where we are with this case right here. It is now a notice of judgment. I'm sorry. They have a notice of entry of judgment that has come into play. Yeah. And this was just this year. So if people want to know when it was, this was just this year. Y'all see the court docs up there. This is what it is. Okay. February 28, 2005, by default, the court judgment, plaintiff's testimony and other evidence, plaintiff's written declaration. All right. And it says right here, Fifth Amendment, entertainment, Cash Jones, an individual, and Jason Terrell Taylor, aka The Game, an individual. Now it's funny because I would also think that you being into business, and you see it right here, it says judgment by default by the court. So there's a judgment of default. I would say that Ray J and The Game and these people that enter into contracts with you that breach would beg to differ as to whether or not his business partners ever have any issues. But don't worry, there's more, because y'all know there's always more with Henny. This was just one breach of contract that I have just gone into. Let's continue with the video, and then I'll make sure y'all get the video for that towards the end of this. Adam absolutely cut him out the play, because let's continue on. It sounds to me like he was trying to convince Adam, hey, Adam, make sure you include me in whatever shmoney deals you have going on. So now that leads me to this right here. Now, Henny, what are you talking about? I am talking about Babak Emanuel, okay, versus Fifth Amendment Entertainment, a California limited liability company, and Cash M. Jones, an individual, and those 1 through 20. Now, what is it that he is alleging? He is alleging breach of written contract and common counts. All right, breach of written contract and common counts. So we're going to get right on into this court doc. I'm not even going to hold it down, hold you back. So now the plaintiff, like I said, is Babak Emanuel, and he is the landlord and property owner. And of course, you know, this property was leased by Fifth Amendment, with Cash Jones being the person who signed off on it. Okay. Now, like I said, he's suing him for a breach of contract over a property that's located in North Hollywood, California. And this property is an industrial commercial spot that has it's equipped for use with the recording studio and offices. So remember, we've heard him say that, oh yeah, I have all of these people that come up to the recording studio and bop, 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 bop. This is what he is talking about. That is the property that he is talking about. This property that's located in North Hollywood. All right. So this lease between them, because I'm not going to go, I've already summarized this court doc for you. So we'll just go here. All right. Now, the lease was signed on September 16th of 2021, and the term was for 3 years. So the term it was signed in September, but the lease went from October 1st of 2021 to September 30th of 2024. The monthly rent was $7,350 with additional charges for CAM and water. Now, if you don't know what CAM and water is, and you see that right there in the paperwork, let me explain to you. Water is exactly what it says. It is water. Okay. Now, the CAM part of it is where it's commercial maintenance. So with commercial maintenance, that deals with landscaping, trash removal, utility, like if the light bulbs go out, security, things of that nature. So it's a common area maintenance. That's what it's called. Common area maintenance. All right. They deal with the parking lot cleanup and all of that stuff. So that was $500 on top of all of that, right? On top of the $7,350, there was also an additional $500 a month for CAM and water, right? The security deposit that was put down was $22,050, okay? And this is what Wack signed off on. Okay. And this wasn't like a little strip mall space. To my understanding, it was 35,000 square foot building, and it was fit for like office operations and management and recording studios. So it looked like he was trying to get Fifth Amendment to really be a recording studio, like really make a place for him to do this music thing that he does. But anyway, so now things went left because Fifth Amendment, according to Babak, they allegedly stopped paying their rent. Okay. So the tenancy was terminated, and they're in another court case, which I'm going to go pull another court case. It was already issued a judgment for $18,896.25 of unpaid rent. So that would be like a landlord-tenant court thing where he took him to court, and that's what he won in that court. But Babak spun the block on him, okay? And now he's demanding more. He's demanding $38,996 in missing rent, which is 5 months of $7,798, including the cam costs, $2,500 in unpaid cam and water, $20,050 security deposit that he paid was partially applied to this. So this is where we come to the balance of what three-finger duty shooter, PP Liquor, CS2 back Wack actually owes. And what that comes to is $40,336.25. Okay. Now, in April of 2025, which is this month right here on April 1st, Babak filed this suit in the Los Angeles Superior Court. And he was suing, like I said, on the breach of contract and common counts, which is like the account stated, and quantum valbent. I think that's how you said it, valbent. Basically, you said you used it, so you owe for it, basically, is what he's suing him for. And of course, he's suing Wack for this because he signed his name. Now, what this means is that even if Fifth Amendment goes ghost and Wack decides to take, Fifth Amendment out, no longer do business with it, Wack is now personally responsible for that $40,336.25 plus interest plus legal fees. Okay. Clocking it first thing in the morning. Now, Wack might have thought that this would just blow over, but with them going through landlord-tenant court, he probably didn't think that it would go any further. But when this dude Babak, however you say his name, spun the block, he pulled up with his receipts and another court filing, and he said, "Run me my 40K with interest, honey." Okay, but this is not the only case that we have. Oh, nay. Because this one goes back to 2023 with the judgment coming in recently. Okay, so this doesn't stop with just landlord-tenant stuff. And I just read to y'all about the breach of contract with the promotion, the party promotion people overseas, which is an international case that has now been brought to U.S. soil. It's not just that, because this case right here was filed in August of 2023. Okay, it was filed August 4th. 2023 was the filing date on this, and this is with Synovus Bank, and they are suing Fifth Amendment and Cash Jones. Yes, again. Okay, but this wasn't a rent issue. This was a business loan, and the loan amount was for $250,000 for working capital, and it was in Miami. Wack personally signed off on this one too on February 1st of 2018 per the official documents. Now, you want to know where this one ugly? Okay, I got you. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Remember, I am reading court docs right now, so I'm not looking at comments, but I promise you I will come over there and I will go through the comments in a minute. Just let me get through the content. Let me cook. All right. So Wack's company, the Fifth Amendment, allegedly defaulted on the loan as of October 28th of 2022. And the entire loan balance got charged off. And the balance due was $238,250.60. So Nova said that Wack failed to step in and pay, even though he guaranteed the loan personally. So they hit him with a breach of grantory. which is against him. All right. And you know what happened next, right? Okay. So if you don't know what happened, let me tell you what happened. On December 18th of 2024, the judgment entered a final judgment. Let me show y'all that. There's the final judgment, y'all. And it was a final judgment against Fifth Amendment Entertainment and Cash Jones, aka Duty Shooter. And the judgment was for $238, $250.60. $238,250.60. My bad, y'all. So let's let that sink in. This wasn't just a lawsuit. Wack lost. Judgment entered. Case closed. And this was as of December of 2024. Now, the court is demanding that he complete a financial disclosure under oath. And you better believe Synovus is coming for their money, honey. Okay? They coming for their money. So now let's total all of this up. You got Babak Emanuel with the Lease lawsuit at $40,336.25. You got Synovus Bank with a final judgment of $238,250.60. Hold on, because I'm missing one. I'm missing one from my tallying. Hold on. Did I see? Where is it? I missed the tally. Hold on. Let me do the calculations for you right now, because let me show y'all this. Remember the party people? Party people, tour squad, party people. The total of theirs, let's put this in the calculator. $636,261.09. Wait, let me redo that. No, that was right. And 9 cents plus $40,336.25 plus $238,250.60. Altogether, that comes to $914,847.94. They might as well round that off to a milli. So now let me ask you these questions. I'm asking you this right here in the live. And those of y'all on the replay. Do y'all think Wack will settle these cases? Well, do you think he's going to settle the one with the Babak guy, the landlord, before it goes to a judgment too? Or will this turn into another loss like the Synovus Bank and the tour party LTD? Let me know. Let me know. What y'all thinking? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Let me take this down now, because I think I've cooked for the morning. What's popping, everybody coming into the live? Salute to everybody. Okay. Oh, thank you for the super chat. We thank you for all I'm learning from you. Oh, salute. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, everybody. I see Dose of Reality TV is up in here. I see Rose and Golds. I see Sway is up in here. What's popping, Sway? Sway be like right here in the morning, like, let me get my coffee. Let me get my dose. What's popping, Nino Black? That's not it. Right. That's not including interest. So now when we go back to that statement that he made to Adam about his business partners never having an issue with him, least we not forget that there are 2 civil RICOs out there with him and Ray J's name on it. Hello. So Ray J and the game are caught up. Then let's not even talk about Blueface, but we gonna talk about Blueface. I said, let's not But let's talk about it, because for those of y'all who do not know, Soulja Boy's baby mama just won a lawsuit against, well, she has an entry for a default judgment against him for $123,243.10. Not to mention that Blueface also has a lien on his home. Oh, I didn't put that in here. He also has a lien on his home for a couple $1 million as well. And he has 2 cases that are in Nevada from that same lawsuit, like from the incident at Euphoric nightclub. Yeah, the nightclub sued Blue. I talked about this already, but the nightclub sued Blue and they won, and Blue has a lien on his house now for a couple $1 million. Okay. Not only that, Soulja Boy's baby mama took him to court for a defamation of character, and she's looking to get $123,000 out of him. You might as well round that up and say $125,000. All right. Then he has this case from the dude who got in the hand. This Contagious trailer dude. His case doesn't have a date set to it as of yet, but he does have a suit coming against Blueface. And then Jarvis, is a dude whose car was hit in the parking lot by Contagious trailer on his way out the parking lot when Blue started in the parking lot. So now Jarvis is saying that his car was totaled and he has a court date. Now, Soulja Boy's baby mama's next court date is on April 17th of 2025. The Jarvis Heard dude down in Nevada, his court date is also on April 17th of 2025. So now we're looking at all these people who do business with him, and he's talking about nobody has issue. Are you serious? Everybody that does business with you ends up in some kind of jam. You better run as far as you can, Adam. Don't bring him in on your business. It's bad enough you got him on your platform, and now that you got him up on your platform, he's like a cancer. You can't get rid of him because you have a contract with him. Yada, I mean, what's popping? Everyone Wack associates with ends up in a bad situation. Exactly. He's leaving jail, going to debtor's prison. That part. But you the person who's supposed to be handling his finances, and you be so heavily involved in his business that you get involved with situations that go on with him and Krishan. You get it on here on the World Wide Web, and you decide that you're going to get up here and you're going to bump your duty shooters, your pee-pee lickers. That's what we're going to call his lips from now on, pee-pee lickers. And you want to get up in here, you want to drag this girl. Yesterday, he got involved in some business that's going on between the two of them, and he had no place. You can be involved in his personal business, so much so his relationship, that you let his civil lawsuits go. You so busy worried about who he's sleeping with and who he's putting babies in, but you ain't paying no attention to these civil cases that are personal cases against him. You ain't paying attention to none of that. You didn't make sure that your client, a person that you have signed into a 360 deal, we don't know if that 360 deal is still going to this day or not, but you have somebody signed into a 360 deal. A person you legitimately on paper and in open court said is one of the only people that you are managing. Everyone else you broker deals for. You not concerned with your artist having a home to come home to when he come home from jail? Now, I will say this. Blueface did bring this on himself as well because his father was managing him. And according to his auntie, Nikki, Blueface was never supposed to sign with Wack 100. He was supposed to wait for his aunt and his father to get there. But I guess Wack done finagled him and got him to sign paperwork before they could get to the meeting. Wack don't give a damn about nobody. He don't care about Adam. You see how he doing Loose Cannon. You see how he's doing Big U. Which, by the way, let me make this PSA real quick regarding Big U. All of y'all out here trying to hang this man out to dry off of court docs, and he ain't even been to trial. The man ain't even been to a pre-trial yet, and people are already deeming him guilty in a public court of opinions, and he has not even been to pre-trial yet. Yet they want to come on here and talk this self-righteous shit, okay? Sit over here and run their mouth for hours upon hours and shit, acting like they the only ones that know everything that's going on. And I'm not dissing nobody. I'm speaking of fact. How you gonna get up here and deem somebody guilty before they even go before a trial? How you gonna get up here and taint the jury pool? People watch these videos. People listen to what we say. People take that with them. And people go into courtrooms with preconceived notions. Let that man have a day in court. We've read the paperwork. We've heard the allegations, but they haven't even started court yet. Everything is not supposed to be consumption. But then if the man don't get a fair trial, people will quick to say it's because the white man. No, how about it's because the internet and people of our own people out here already going off of without letting things play out. You don't know what evidence he has. You don't know what can be debunked in court. You don't know any of that. You have a bunch of allegations. And let me tell you something, until a case says that it is complete, we don't know what's true and what's not, because everybody has to have a day in court. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So stop asking me my opinion and my views on it. That's my opinion and that's my views. That's it. Let him go to court. Like, I don't think people realize what's going on here. He's sitting in an MDC cell right now in a unit on a floor. He hasn't even had a custody hearing yet. Has he? I don't think he's had his custody. I think his custody hearing is tomorrow. I don't know. I got to check the docs. But he didn't even have a custody hearing. You see what I'm saying? I play many games, but like these court docs right here that are going on right now, these are proceedings that are happening or that have already happened, have already gone through the courts. There's a difference. And that's where I stand with this. Let him have his day in court. Let all of them have their day in court. One thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to ever put a snitch label on somebody and I don't know if they're snitching. And I'm referring to this whole brick baby thing. I know what it looked like. I know what it sound like. I know what it's adding up to. But let this court case play out. Now, if we want to talk about self-snitching, we could talk about self-snitching all day long. Because that happens every day. I feel like shut your mouths. Find something else to talk about. Stop making your business content. Loose cannon. They in the cell wired for sound. We all know that. As soon as I heard Brick come on that phone, I said, oh, they wired for sound. Because the feds must not have a strong enough case to be able to build a case. So now they want to get somebody up in that cell, and the cell is wired for sound. You don't never have a co-defendant in a cell with you. Your co-defendant is never even in the same unit as you. If your unit is on this side and there's another unit that's directly adjacent, your co-defendant might be in that one adjacent from you, but they're not going to be in the same cell unless they're trying to get some information. Y'all get up here. Here's a word of advice to people. When you get up here on these platforms, learn what to talk about and what not to talk about. The problem is a lot of these celebrities, and it's no offense to them. I'm just speaking a fact, giving my, well, not a fact, but I'm giving my observation. They trying to bleed his pockets for all them Bluefaces. That's a fact. Blueface about to, I don't know what they're doing. But here's the thing. You have a lot of people who go on these podcasts. A lot of our rappers come directly from the streets. They come directly from that life. They come directly from the hood. They come directly out the prisons. A lot of our rappers and entertainers come from this world, right? So now you give them a celebrity, you throw pockets full of money at them, you get them over here on these platforms where they watch these platforms and watch other people get up here and they get caught up. It's one thing when you on the outside looking in. It's another thing when you sitting there going through it. That's like how we could sit here and watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and Family Feud, and we know the answers at home. But then when you get there and it's lights, camera, action, you all of a sudden you're not performing like you was performing at home. Well, that's what they are, y'all. I mean, he said that R&B peed outside and he licked her until she didn't taste the pee, until he didn't taste the pee no more. He's a pee licker. Salute to Charger City. Now they get up here and they get on these platforms, and guess what they're missing? They're missing a PR rep that sits down with them and teaches them interviewing etiquette. They don't have, I fixed it. Okay. They don't have anybody teaching them how to interview properly, how to get out of a question that you don't want to answer. And I don't know what people are telling them in the pre-screens or whatever, but I know, like, when I sit with somebody, there was a process that they would go through, right? They would go through a pre-screen with one individual, and then they would get to me. And I would like to talk to them like 15, 20 minutes ahead of the interview, sit and talk to them backstage. And I would let them know how the show is going to run down. And then I would tell them, I always say to them, you have a right to answer something and not answer something. If you don't want to answer something, all you have to do is say to me, next question, or can we move away from that? Or I don't wish to answer. Whatever it is, however you choose to answer it, just please don't bite my head off. But you can let me know you don't want to answer that. I will also let you know that this question might be a little messy, but people are asking and they want to know. And you will know how to brace yourself for that. I never try to sneak attack anybody. I don't know if anybody else gives that riot act or not, but that's a key piece that is missing. And the thing is, nobody speaks on how important PR editing, a proper training for that is for an artist. They get up there, they feel all comfortable. They think they're talking to somebody that's cool with them. And all this person is out for is just content, or however it may be. Again, I'm not trying to come down on anyone or bash anyone or trash anyone. Hey, Sherm. But what I am saying is there is no etiquette given to them. So they come in and they get up there and they start telling. And because they're trying to clear their name or they're trying to clear up a story, they don't know when talking too much is too much. They don't know how to just let something go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But amen. I went through that. You did. Gotta learn to be PC. What, wait, tell me what that means. Salute to you. Oh, yeah, Chronicles. I got to see what your channel about. Your name is intriguing me. So yeah, child. I don't feel like anybody should be willing to go into business with Wack. Oh, politically correct. Thank you. That I didn't know. I didn't want to say that, and I'm wrong. So I gotta ask. Listen, I already have people ready to pick me apart for any little thing that I say wrong, get wrong, do wrong. So I gotta ask first, because I didn't want to say politically correct. Is that what we're talking about? Plus, I don't know. I don't know where they are in the video either, because you got to remember, some people come on and for whatever reason, they'll be way in the back. They'll be like all the way in the beginning or in the middle, and we all the way towards the end or whatever. And they just be talking, be like, what are they talking about? Anywho, right. We can't stand Wack over here neither. Now, I was going to talk a little bit about Onija Robinson and all of that. Well, I could talk about Onija. Child, Onija is back in the Bronx, okay? And she is on a press run. People are treating her like a semi-celebrity, I guess. I believe she's about to be in a music video doing her dance. I'm glad that she's back on U.S. soil, but baby, I was living for Onija. Okay, I was living for Onija. Hilarious. She's hilarious. But I was really concerned about her when she disappeared in Dubai. Right? Onija is balling. Do you hear me? She went over there and baby, she disappeared in Dubai. If y'all don't know what happened with her, okay, so she went to Pakistan. She was talking to this guy on the computer, but she was using a Nicki Minaj filter. So she catfished him. This is what he's saying. She gets over there. He sees her in real person, in real life, and his family packs him up. He's a young guy. His family packs him up and they leave. And they go into hiding from her. While they're in hiding, she's over in Pakistan talking about she want land, she want money, she want this, she want that. But what's crazy is the Pakistan news over there, they was following her around. They was treating her like royalty. What you mean, D-Twins? She was still saying that they was married. She's saying that they got married and they were about to have a baby. You see her this morning in a Rolls Royce? Yeah. I don't know if that's for the video or not, because she was with a girl and they was recording. So I don't know I don't know. But Onija, she left from Pakistan. She was supposed to come back to the U.S. But somehow I think she had a connecting flight in Dubai or something like that. And she ended up in Dubai and she was on a plane and got off the plane. Either way, she ended up being taken off the plane. And she disappeared in Dubai. So people were on the lookout for Onija, like, where is she? Did they detain her? What happened to her? And now, boom, she's back on U.S. soil. And yeah, when she was ordering that fast food on the old guy's wallet, man, listen, them people was treating her like royalty. Yes, they went into hiding to hide from her. D-Twins, what you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I ain't putting no music on. Y'all ain't even say anywhere the music. It's okay because it's coffee. It's coffee time. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this spiked coffee in the morning. I just wanted to bring y'all that first thing because I was listening and I was like, I can easily debunk all of that right there. Oh no, I did bring up the 2 RICOs. So let's recap the breaches of contract and the illegal business practices and all of the stuff that has gone on. So Wack has bullied Jaron Harrison out of his 1% of Raytroniks from an oral agreement that him and Ray J had. That case is now sitting and waiting for a default judgment. Jaron Harrison, he has a civil RICO. These 2 cases are civil RICOs against them, Wack and Ray J, that is, for hacking into his accounts and redirecting his mail, not paying him when they were supposed to pay him contractually. Okay, so that's another breach of contract. So that's 2 breaches of contract. Then you've got the party touring company from Australia. They're suing for breach of contract and for wanting their money back. All right. Then you've got Babak, who is the property owner and landlord for the recording studios that Wack was using for 5th Amendment. He's suing for a breach of contract. You got Synovus Bank that is suing for breach of contract for a business loan. You got the game all tangled up with his lawsuit. Even though you trying to say that you're doing good business because he hasn't paid the whole thing yet. But I think he going to run out of steam because all it's going to take is for a judge to go look at the history of everything and get fed up with it and just go ahead and slam the gavel down. You got Blueface all jammed up and stuff with liens on his homes and all of these civil suits that are coming against him. But you say that you are a great businessman. You say that none of your business partners have ever had an issue with you. Why we don't never see you with Birdman no more? What happened to you and Birdman? What happened to you and Mozzie over at Dosh Network? You know, the network where Jay Reed was allegedly over there at. And we for sure don't see you with Lemuel Palmer no more over there at the Zeus Network. What the hell is that? That looked like a baby gator climbing a tree. Oh, I ain't going out there today. We're going to be casting from right here. I don't know what that is. I wish I could turn the camera around and zoom in so y'all could see it. I don't know what that is. It's about this long. I'm not even going to hold you. It's about this long right here. And it's like brown. I ain't got my glasses on, but I can see that. Is that a lizard? Uniquely, where you at? Is that a lizard? No wonder he wants to go to college. Wait, whoa. Let me go back up. Okay. No wonder he wants to go to the Congo. He think he gonna go over there. They gonna get him. He can't go to Congo. Oh, he can't. He can't go to the Congo. Don't tell me that. It's an iguana. Okay, that sounds like Wack 100 in the tree. Uniquely said it's an iguana. See, lizards aren't that big here in Florida. It's an iguana. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Tanya's saying it may be an iguana. It probably is. Ooh, child. I'm looking like, wait a minute, what is that? You know, I don't know if anybody wears glasses, but I do. And I'm supposed to wear them to read and wear them to see. But my thing is, if my eyesight is clear while I'm reading, I ain't going to put them on. But to see far, I need to have them on. But my glasses do both. I just don't like to wear them because I feel like I look old. I don't like that. But you know what I'm saying? When your vision, you got blurry vision. I'm farsighted and nearsighted, and I got astigmatism in my eye. All that weed I smoked back in the day did not help my eyes, and all them carrots I ate didn't help my eyes neither. My nana lied to me. But anywho, I'm looking out at the yard, and I just saw something skedaddle across the yard in the grass. I'm like, okay, maybe that was a shadow. I'm bugging. Then I seen it going around the tree. Now it's just holding on to the tree, just sitting there. And you see it. After that hurricane years ago, you will see plenty of strange things. I'm with you, M2A. Yeah. Hey, Blackbone Famous, you guys are late. No, it's not slithering. It's crawling. Like, you know. All right, y'all. Well, listen. I done poured the hot Henny. If you just coming in, you're going to have to catch it on the rewind. Come down, selector. I came out the bushes to say, put them damn glasses on. Okay, I promise I'll wear my glasses from now on, but I have to go because I have to get ready for my show on my other channel where we're going to be talking about Krishan, so make sure y'all are over there. Straight Henny Media. In the meantime and in between time, I will be back, and like I said, we will be bringing Krishan over here to the timelines again over here. So, yeah, I will educate y'all all on Wack 100 and Krishan. Yeah, this is, and Blueface, and yeah. So I may be changing the thumbnail to add everybody on there if I can. But in the meantime, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Remember to vibe high so that the bullshit don't stick. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all for always supporting and rocking out with your girl. We will be back with Spike Coffee in the morning tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. We was a little late today, but we got it in and got it popping. Nice little video, 50 minutes long. It ain't that long. Y'all will be able to get through it, especially once we start getting into them court docs of Wack 100. Oh, y'all gonna love it. Anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Replay gang, run it up and lean on the like on the way out, y'all. Peace, everybody.